y'all, I knew Douglas was a low down dirty dog, but when I tell you, it all came full circle this episode. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And we are back to talk about Palm Royale Season 1, Episode 5, Maxine Shakes the Tree. Now, she had a lot of shaking to do because we know what just happened in Episode 4. Okay, so she had a lot of shaking to do. Along in this season, like I said, so much came out in episode 4, honey, because Maxine, found out that Linda, we knew she was jilted, but that she was jilted by little Dougie. And so this episode opens up, and Maxine and Dougie were flashing back to their first moments, right? When they were getting to know each other and seemingly in love. He took her on a little flight because we know by trade he's a pilot. And so they're up in the air, and she lets it all out that she's pregnant with his baby, honey. Unheard of at the time. And so she's reminiscing, but also in her mind, as she's watching him swing his little golf clubs in the backyard, she is thinking to herself, what the freak? Why didn't you tell me what's going on? But even in this moment, we're understanding and getting a greater understanding how much trust she had put in Dougie where she really shouldn't have been. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, come on, sis, you weren't any way privy to who he is as a person, who he was, what he was capable of. And so we also get the full backstory as to what's happened. But because Maxine has this heavy on her heart, she's not ready to confront Dougie about it. The next best thing, honey, is going to see all about Linda. So she pops up at Linda's bookshop, right? And she bumps into Sister Soldier. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the character's name right now. Amber Sharday Robinson is the actress, though. And so Maxine approaches her and is like, where's Linda? She was the one that was with my husband before me. She lied to me. What kind of friend is she? Who is she? And why did she do this? And so Sister Soldier's character is like, look, I don't know about any of that, but I know moving forward, we're sisters and we need to do this and do that. And Maxine's like, I don't care about none of that. Meanwhile, Linda is ear hustling with the glass to the door because, of course, this is the one secret that she was trying to keep a secret. She didn't want this out to the world. And again, Maxine is just trying to reconcile what really happened, but still not even having the depthness to know, okay, sis, you were the other woman. I was the other woman. Robert is still, plugging away, doing his little jobs. And he calls to the house to check on Norma because we see in this episode, he really does love Norma. And basically he's like, why are you rude to me? Why are you mean? You're so mean to me. And she's like, you know what? F you, and hangs up the phone in his face. And I was like, this relationship is sending me. So now Maxine is on the golf course, honey. She has got Norma because Norma's awake. She's still not able to fully speak, but honey, she is riding Norma all around the town, honey. And so she rides her out to the course where Dougie is playing golf with Perry. And she's like, you lied to me. This was the situation. This is what you did. It was Penelope. It was Linda. And so he proceeds to tell us this whole story about what really happened. And so let's rewind 20 years, okay? And we're at the wedding of Penelope and Dougie, and Penelope is unhinged, okay? She's got a gun in her hands, and she is ready to use the gun. And basically what's happened is she finds out about all of Dougie's infidelities, everything that he did wrong. And so Dougie's like, she shot her dad and I knew it wasn't right. I knew she wasn't the one because she's crazy. And so I'm sitting here thinking, like, why would she shoot her dad? There's got to be more to the story. So when we figure out the whole story, as it were, Dougie was cheating. Penelope found out. She got the gun, wanted to shoot him because, of course, this is on her wedding day. And who wants to contend with that on the wedding day? And seemingly she was really in love with Dougie at the time. And so Penelope fires the gun, trying to shoot Dougie, shoots her dad, and now we've got a whole thing on our hands. Now, what we also learn in this episode is Norma is the keeper of all those secrets, honey. Palm Beach, she's the secret keeper. And she keeps them for a number of reasons. I think one is control, power, blackmail. But she says it's to protect everyone and to keep the delicate balance, right, that they have. Of course, Maxine confronts confronts Evelyn, and Evelyn's like, she was trying to shoot me. That's what happened at the wedding. And it's like, girl. And so anyway, Maxine's still running off half cocked because she's just got Dougie's story, right? She shot her dad. She's crazy. That's it. And so now that she's kind of got that, she sits Norma at home and she's like, Mitzi, stay with Norma, whatever. And so what was a key Easter egg, and I think a takeaway, and if you guys caught it, The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, the book that Norma was reading, definitely a good read. I'd talk about unhinged. Okay. I loved that quick little nod to that. Dinah is trying to advise Maxine, and it's like, why are we taking any advice from Dinah? Because we already know the situation that she's in with her tennis instructor lover and her weird husband Perry. So now Maxine's getting in her mind, maybe I need to have a romp in the hay, honey. And who better to have a romp with than Robert? Besides the fact that he does not want no woman. It's like, girl, pull yourself together. So finally, Linda sits down with her. So Maxine's got the story from Evelyn that she was trying to take her out. She's got the story from Dougie that Linda was trying to take out her dad. Linda finally comes with the truth and the Rolodex. The part I kind of skipped over was at the bookshop. Her and her circle of trust are like, we need to use this Rolodex because we can use it to our advantage to get money for the cause, for our efforts or whatever. And so it seems like she's going to go along with it at first, but then she has, I guess a better sense. So finally, she and Maxine sit down and they talk about everything. And she tells the real story, right? Dougie was a philanderer. She found out about everything. And there was what'd she call her? A freak slut? A gutter slut, I think is what Norma christened her. And Maxine's like, I'm the gutter slut. And it was like, yes, you're the gutter slut. You were the one Dougie was cheating on when he was supposed to be marrying me. And so now it's come full circle. And Maxine is kind of taking the approach, if Linda's going to burn all of this evidence that's in this Rolodex, mind you, Norma's having a conniption, but she can't vocalize her words as this is going on. They burn up everything in the Rolodex. And Maxine, towards the end of the episode, actually takes the gun because we know that was in the safety deposit box, and that's tying Linda to it, and throws it in the ocean. And it's like, I can't hold that against her. Dougie was doing the absolute most. So mind you, after all said and done, honey, Robert comes in. Maxine is drunk as a skunk, and she tries to seduce him. Failed attempt because, like I said, Robert don't want any woman, y'all. But you guys, that was the episode. Honestly, it wasn't my favorite episode of the season so far, but I'm looking forward to episode 6 next week. But drop in the comments below what you thought of this episode. How did it feel to you? Did it make you laugh? All the things. And if you've read The Bell Jar, drop it in the comments too, and let's talk about it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.